Sandhan. All Gujarat Integrated Classroom.
સેટેલાઇટના માધ્યમથી જોડતી કડી એટલે સંધાન.
Hello friends, good morning. I am Madhav Astik over here, welcomes you all in the Sandhan series of lectures. Today I would like to talk about Herman Melville's Moby Dick. Let us move on slide. Herman Melville, you can see the photograph on the PPT. Herman Melville from 1819 to 1991. Let us look at Herman Melville's birth and parentage. His date of birth is 1st of August 1819. His place of birth is New York City, US. His father's name is Alan Melville. His mother's name is Maya Ganswood Melville. His nationality is basically American. Let us look at the life of Herman Melville. Herman Melville started working at the age of 13 due to his father's death. His father was working very financially weak. He was working in coal mines and everything. He got education till 18 and left the education due to his father's death. He had to work. He became a school teacher and went to the first sea voyage at 19. Later on, he joined a ship called Acushnet. Various voyages throughout his life provide Melville a raw material for his literary works. His habit of reading during these voyages helped him a lot in believing companion. Herman Melville died on 28th of September 1891 at the age of 72. We can see his tomb in the slide given over here. It is a tomb of Herman Melville. Let us look at Herman Melville's literary contribution to the world and to the world of literature. The novels he has written: 11 novels, articles 8, stories 17, collections 5, and unfinished work 1. Let us move on some major famous works by Herman Melville. This is literary contribution of Herman Melville over here. Typee in 1846, Omo 1847, Mardi 1849, Redburn 1849, White Jacket 1850, Moby Dick 1851, which we are going to discuss, PRA 1852, Israel Potter 1855, Pizza Tales 1856, The Confidence Man 1857, Battle Pieces 1866, Clarel 1876, John Mayer and Other Sailors 1888, Time Alone 1891, Uncollected Prose 1839 to 1856, and last is posthumous work which has been published after his death, that is Billy Bird. Let us move on to Moby Dick, the novel which we are going to discuss today over here. You can see the front page of the novel Moby Dick. This novel has been written by Herman Melville during 1851. It is known also as The Whale and comprises 135 chapters into it. It is the 6th book of Herman Melville. It is known also as an epic sea story. It is an adventure story, allegory and tragedy too. Let us see how all the forms are combined within the novel. So first we look at Moby Dick in general. Between 1850 and 1851, it has been written at Massachusetts and New York. Published in 1851, and the narrator is Ishmael. First and third person narrative, mostly Ismail has used first person narrative and third person narrative in the epic sea story. Mostly the novel is in past tense because it describes the story of Ismail and his sea voyages. Setting of time, if we look at, it is between 1830s and 1840s. If we look at setting of place, it is generally the oceans. Oceans comprises Pacific, Atlantic and Indian Oceans. Moby Dick is name given to a huge white sperm whale. Character, more than a mammal. Moby Dick is not just a character. Not just a mammal. It's a character in the novel itself, a live character. And the story revolves around In Search of Moby Dick only. The whole novel, from beginning to the end, it comprises the quest for Moby Dick only. Its allegorical representation adds charm to the readers. Many allegorical representations have been done by Herman Melville in Moby Dick. It considered as one of the great American adventure novel. We can see the great adventurous scenes, adventurous acts in the novel Moby Dick. You can see over here on the slide and Ismail. Let us move on to introduction to character, the first person. The narrator Ismail is over here and you can see the boat. He is standing on the deck of the boat and behind him there are some sailors with him. Ismail is the narrator of novel, famous for his line, "Call me Ismail." The novel begins with the sentence, "Call me Ismail, a member of the crew of the Pickwick." Sometime he had been replaced by soliloquies of Ahab and other characters. The only person who survived till last, a very good friend of Quick. Let us see who Quick. The Ahab, the main hero of the story, or you can say the main evil of the story. That we have to decide at the end of the lecture. Ahab is hero or evil, or protagonist or a villain of the story. You can see the images, two images of Ahab. The first one is a leg with whale's jaw, whale's bone. The second one also is a leg with whale's bone. Ahab is the only character, wicked character, who is with only one leg, and the other leg has been made up by whale's bone. The captain of the ship Pickwick, Ahab, considered Moby Dick as a devil. Ahab said, "Moby Dick is a devil, not I." Ahab had a great overconfidence too, and a tragic hero too of the novel Moby Dick. Lost one leg during his previous encounter with Moby Dick. When Ahab was on his previous encounter with Moby Dick, he lost his one leg, and so he determined that one day I would kill Moby Dick. Ahab was on voyage to take revenge with Moby Dick. Dictatorial. Ahab was dictatorial, highly dictatorial, and whatever he say will be the final one on the ship, and he is the captain of the ship. We can see over here the face or the huge body of Moby Dick, on which the novel has been named, the novel has been titled. This is Moby Dick. We can see he is thrice huge or thrice larger than the ship, thrice or 4 times larger than the ship, and he is voracious, moving ahead and ahead in the sea, and a mythical character too, supernatural power too. Moby Dick, a giant, large and bull sperm whale. A white sperm whale, powerful being, appeared just in 3 chapters of the novel, and it is an allegorical representation of God. Other 3 mates are equally important on the Pickwick. A young and intellectual Starbuck. He was from a Quaker family from Nantucket Island, and he is a religious man, simple and sober, believing in Christianity. Look at the second mate, Stubb, the second mate of the Pickwick, always found with a pipe in his mouth. He was not at all educated, easygoing and jolly, always trusting fate and careless too. The third mate from Martha's Vineyard, Flask, enjoys hunting whales, taking pride in whaling, had no reverence for anything, and feels that it is his sacred duty to kill the whale. Quickig. Quickig is one of the most, you can say, complex character of the novel. You can see his images. He is generally tattooed with mysterious tattoo he found out throughout the novel. On the whole of his body he has done this kind of mysterious tattoos. He keeps with him an idol which is called Yojo. Quickwick is the only character from a fictional island, that is Rokovako. From a cannibal tribe, he was an extremely skilled with harpoon, with fishing, with killing the whale. He was extremely skillful. He is a friend of Ismail in the novel, and he worships a small dark color idol called Yojo. He keeps himself. He keeps with himself a harpoon too. Fidella. Fidella is one more important character of the Moby Dick, a harpooner on Ahab's boat, a Persian Zoroastrian with a turban on his own head, and a prophet to Ahab. At last he will do the prophecy of Ahab's death. Other characters, if we look at Testego, Pip, Dago, Peleg, Bildad, Father Maple, Captain Boomer, Gabriel. This is the Pequod, the ship you can see over here, which has been voyaged in the sea by Ahab. Ahab is the captain of this ship, and other characters like Ismail, Flask, Testegu, everyone climbs in the ship and they are on the task or on the journey to find out the whale and extract some whale oil from that whale. Let us look at the outline of Moby Dick. Moby Dick starts from the Ismail, the character of New York. It is Ismail who opened the novel with brief and famous sentence, that is, "Call me Ismail." He is going to join a ship next as a sailor. So he travelled from New York to Massachusetts, which is known as whaling capital. He comes to New York for finding out the job. He missed the ferry at Nantucket, so had spent few days in same place. He finally got a cheaper inn called Spouter Inn, and so he stayed in the Spouter Inn only. Moving ahead, as the inn was full, he had to share a room with someone, and that someone is no more than the Quickwick, which we have earlier seen, the fully tattooed man. The someone was Quickwick with a dark complexioned. They had to share the bed, but Ismail decided to sleep on the bench due to the weird look of Quickwick with tattoos and over his bodies. He looks like a cannibal, a savage, and so Ismail avoids Quickwick from his communication and interaction and everything. But finally he decided to share the bed and they became a friend. On the next day, Ismail roamed in the city and seen the people from all corners of the earth over there. Ismail finds Quickwick in the chapel and surprised to see that this person looks like a savage, looks like a cannibal, but he is in the chapel, he is hearing the sermon, he is hearing the preaching. What's this? He was surprised, and then again he also entered the chapel. This shows the bond between cannibal and civilized person. They used to share a long chats at one sitting and thus become a very good friend, though from different background. This shows a unity of two different cultures, a totally civilized man, Ismail, and totally uncivilized cannibal-like man, savage man, Quick. It is mentioned as cozy loving pair by Herman Melville. A prophet called Elijah foretold the destruction of Ahab and shipped Pickwick to Ismail and Quick. When Ismail and Quick entered the chapel, a prophet called Elijah was there, and he foretold that the destruction of the Ahab and the Pickwick is definite. Then the Pickwick left on the cold Christmas day. So Ahab, Ismail, Quick, Flask, Testago, and other sailors went on the Pickwick and left on the Christmas day to find out the whale and hunt, and to find out the whale and to extract the oil from whales. Ismail informed reader that the sperm whale's oil is sold to kings because it is the best oil ever, sweetest and purest. This is how Herman Melville has described few anatomies of whaling business, fishing business, and he has shown that why people hunt whales, because it is the purest and sweetest oil ever in the world and kings like it the most. Then Ismail introduced each mates of the ship and their respective harpooner. Quick was Starbuck's harpooner, Testago was Stubbs' harpooner, Daggoo was Flask harpooner. Finally, at the 28th chapter, the hero or the evil, the protagonist or the devil, villain character, Ahab, got an entry on the deck of the ship with a leg of white sperm whale's jaw. If you look at Ahab, he is a furious character. He is always in anger with a uniquely leg which has been made by whale's bone. This shows that how angry he is.